everybody. Welcome back to Chicken Bone Alley, the Valentine's edition.
Yeah.
What's up? Brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Arcane Motorsports Consulting, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and Profab Headers and Exhausts. What's up? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all?
It's Valentine's Day.
That it is, man.
Yay. Another day to try to buy stuff.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Well, that's what they wanted to be about.
All the candy and all the stuff. We just doing steak.
I did that yesterday.
No, you cooked steak yesterday?
Yes.
Sweet.
So today we just chilling.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We're gonna do we didn't do nothing yesterday for Valentine's, but
We didn't necessarily do it for Valentine's. It's just I just cooked steak then.
yeah, well, that's kind of our deal. It's just a reason to cook steak. So
Yeah.
So I went to Old Timey Meat Market there in Florence here and got some fillets and things. Gonna look good. See what happens.
We had some from Kayla that actually bought them from Food Line actually, but they were thick cut ribeyes. They were pretty steaks actually.
Sweet.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, you look up every now and then and find a good one there.
Every once in a while. And I took and pulled them out. Unfortunately, when she first bought them, wasn't able to cook them right then, so I had to freeze them. But I took them out Saturday actually. Thawed them. Once I thawed out good, I whipped up a marinade with some. I'm trying to remember what all I had in it. I'm just one of them. I just grab stuff out the cabinet and I just go for it. I did some. There was Worcestershire sauce in it. Let's see. Cinnamon, a little bit of sugar. I had this other. It was like a barbecue rub. I put just a little bit of that in there. Put a little bit of minced onion, some minced garlic, just little bits of those. I think that's about it. I put in there. Let that sit overnight. Then yesterday before I went to church, pulled them out the refrigerator and flipped them. Then let them sit till cooked them at about, it was probably 1:30. So when I cooked,
Jam up.
they were on time.
Sweet.
Them things
man.
was good.
You can't beat a good steak.
I cooked them on the pellet grill, so I started them. I got the grill real hot, and this particular pellet grill, one feature I don't see on a lot of them, it has a searing part right dead in the center of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you open up it's got this little turntable thing on it. You open it up, and the flames right up under it. So, seared them good on that. Then I turn them way down, let it get a little smoky applewood flavor to it too.
Can't beat that, man.
Boy, them things were good.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to ours tonight. Let's see how they turn out. I think they'll turn out pretty good. So, yeah, looking forward to it. How's the weekend?
It was good. It was good, I guess. I didn't do anything. We dog sat and house sat, I guess you say. More or less dog sat, and she just don't want to go anywhere. For my parents. We did it for my parents. They left, kind of went on a last-minute cruise, and they got back today. So we went over Thursday, and I didn't do really anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's good to do.
It was just, I don't know. I felt like I've been wide open, and I know I got some weekends coming up that I'm going to be wide open again. So Saturday I sat there and I was going to get up and do something. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to turn on some Olympics during the day. There was some flow racing to watch at night.
Sweet.
So I was just like, nah.
Yeah.
Or actually Saturday. Which one did I watch? No, I watched East Bay Saturday night actually. So
Yeah, it was live, wasn't it?
yeah.
On map, yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I had a link.
It's always good to have. I can't remember which one's which now, but anyway, yeah, that's good, man. We went to Camden to the South Carolina Equestrian Park, and that was pretty interesting, man. That was pretty cool stuff there. A whole lot of horses. Kiddos enjoyed it, so that had a good time for sure. It felt nice, man. I guess we'll talk about weather.
It felt good Saturday.
73 degrees, man. It was wonderful.
It was nice there. It was nice Sunday. It wasn't even bad today. There's a little breeze. It's kind of cool, but the breeze was cool. But other than that, it wasn't bad at all.
It was 28 degrees this morning.
It was cold this morning. Yes, it was.
Yes, sir.
I walked outside because actually yesterday, and I realized it this morning, I forgot to put the cover back on the grill. I was letting it cool down. I just completely forgot. And then this morning when I woke up, it was like, things like hit you. It's just like something you forget to do, and just out of nowhere, just all of a sudden hits you. It's like, oh, I got to do that.
Right.
So that's what happened this morning at 5 o'clock. I don't know why. I mean, I was glad I was getting up anyway, so I got up, got dressed and everything.
Y'all stay at your mom and daddy's?
Yeah, we just stayed
That's
there.
sweet. It'd be quick to get to work.
That's why it was quick for me to get to work. It was quick to get the kids to school.
Much better.
So
that's like 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah, exactly. I think it took me 7.
Yeah,
exactly.
Can't beat that.
No.
No traffic on that side either.
No, I don't think it sucks. The truck don't even warm up good at 28 degrees. I don't even get good heat by then.
Exactly.
So,
well, sweet, man. Yeah. Yes, we went to church yesterday, of course, and it was good.
Working the bugs out still up there.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's a whole lot going on up there in the sound booth.
Speaking of, don't let me forget to grab that mixer. We're going to change mixers again. I'll just go ahead and put my truck that way I don't forget it.
Yeah. I'll try to remind you. If not, listen to the show.
Yeah, I know.
Then you'll remember.
Good luck with that.
But anyway, yeah, so this was good for sure, and it was too short. Like you said, I think I need a weekend of nothing.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be real nice. But anyway, so yeah.
I got to get to work. Buddy Brian Hicks from church, he texted me. I think it was Saturday. Told me, man, you got the car ready yet? Like, dude, I'm close. All I got to do is pretty much bolt in the seat, and I got to weigh it out, sit on my heights and all that stuff, and that's going to take a little bit, but nothing major. He's like, man, you need to have that thing together. We need to go practice. I need to go drive it.
He's ready, bro.
I'm like, man, I'm ready too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I promise you, soon as Mom and Dad get back off that cruise, because kind of been my dad's thing. We're out there working on it. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
I was waiting on him, and we get out. I said we're going to be on it like white on rice, getting it ready.
Getting it ready, bro. Well, hopefully they have some good races coming up close to here. Hopefully they'll run Florence some, and we...
First scheduled race, I mean, unless they do something else, they ain't till June.
Yeah, I don't really understand that.
I don't know.
Legends cars, man, they put on an awesome show, and they always have a pile of them at Dillon when we go over there. So
yeah, Dillon ain't seen their schedule yet, so
yeah,
may end up there some.
Yeah,
might have to end up over at Lakeview. I mean, I wanted to do that anyway, but dirt wasn't going to be our first thing. But
hey, just dive.
Maybe
right
it is. Maybe it is.
You ain't got to worry about having to wonder when they're gonna run, because they'll pretty much run them things all the time.
Y'all want to race them? Yeah, let's go.
Do it. So but anyway, yeah. So that was good yesterday, and watched the Super Bowl. You watch?
I did watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I watched it. I started watching. Well, I had to take Landon over to Derek, the youth pastor's house. They had some of the kids over at his house, hung out, and I went back to the house, saw the first of it, watched up till halftime, watched the halftime show.
Old school rappers.
Old school, well. Took him straight back to high school.
Straight back, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
I know your mama was like saying it wasn't her thing. I was like, it just took me straight back to high school. I was like,
well, my
opinion, it's Dr. Dre.
My opinion, it was a whole lot better than some of the new stuff.
It was a lot better.
I mean,
in all actuality, if you just looked at it, it was straight, clean cut, straightforward.
That's right.
Music.
Right. Yep.
It was a whole lot better than some of the crap they've had on.
Oh yeah,
on the Super Bowl years past. I mean, I know it might not be some people's taste in music. It ain't necessarily my taste in music, but it is what was popular when we were in high school.
Well,
so.
If I was a rapper fan, that would be more my style of rap, I guess.
Exactly.
I guess I just, I'm more the old school type. So, but yeah, it definitely got my vote of being a better show than the previous years.
I think it could have lived up to a little more. I really thought, and I guess just Eminem was so popular when we were in high school.
Right.
He had a very small part in it.
Very, very small.
I was like,
50 Cent had a small part.
I didn't understand.
He
What
come
was
out
50
hanging
Cent
upside-
doing?
I don't really
He
know.
was hanging upside down.
I really don't know.
Like, why is this fool hanging upside down?
I don't know.
It was weird.
Yeah, it sure was. So
I know there's a whole controversy now with it. Eminem, they said, oh, he kneeled at the end of his performance. I was like, did he kneel as in something political, or did he just kind of, I mean, it kind of went with, it was like he was fading out and going to the next person. I mean,
Right.
I don't know what it was. I don't care what it was. It's just
I don't know. People think about stuff
people,
too much.
they think about it and then put too much
Yeah.
emphasis on it, I guess. I don't know. I never would have thought about it had they not written it up
Yeah.
on the news.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was all right. Game was pretty good. It was a close, tight game, hard fought game, and I think the refs kind of let them play. You
They
know,
definitely did, because there were some pass interference calls that, on both sides, not one or the other, on both sides that I really thought should have been called.
well, and I'm kind of glad that they didn't, because it kind of just let them go play, and they didn't call it one sided at all. I don't think.
No.
So
I saw some people that were Bengals fans saying, "Oh, the refs got that game for us." I'm like, no, because they really let y'all buy with some stuff too.
yeah, I don't see that. I think they kind of let them just go have at it, and they played well, and had Beckham, Odell Beckham, not got hurt. I don't know that it would have. I think it would have been a little bit worse. I think the Rams would have done a little bit better, but I don't know. It's hard to say, but
I mean, he's been good this year, but he hadn't been the standout star he was years and years ago.
No, not back in the Giants days.
No.
I mean, he's been in there for a while, but it was good, and hats off to those guys. I'm pulling really for both quarterbacks, honestly. I mean, I kind of wanted to see Burrow win it just because of his road to get to where he was noticed, I guess, in college, and then turning around that franchise. The Bengals hadn't been anything for a long time. So turning it around was pretty cool for them. But Matt Stafford, I think, has been in the NFL 13 years, something like that. So it was pretty cool to see him get his, and Burrow's been in there too. So, he'll be back for sure.
I don't know. I told somebody last night, I said, I hope it don't. I said, but I could see the Bengals end up being another, 2017 Carolina Panthers.
It could happen.
They kind of came from nothing, nowhere, all of a sudden end up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lose Super Bowl by a little bit, and then all of a sudden just gone. Again.
Yeah, it could happen, but
I hope it don't.
I hope not. I'd like to see him do well, and but it was a good game. I mean, it wasn't no blowout.
I thought right there at the end, I was like, this game's about to go into overtime.
I was really thinking that. And I kind of thought,
if they'd have got that last first down right there, it would have went into overtime, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. And I really thought it was going to, just be, hey, it's just more TV time, more
Dude, I'm
commercial
gonna tell
time.
you, just like we talked the other weeks, a little bit odd. Just
right,
saying.
exactly. So I don't know, man. It's but it was good. It's it is what it is, and football's over, and getting ready for full-time racing now. So
Yeah, but real quick, did you see all the stats and stuff, or all the deal with that new stadium that they were playing in?
no, I did not.
On one side of it was that huge stadium, 70,000 people were in it.
Mm-hmm.
Not a mask to be seen either, just FYI.
Oh, really?
No. But the other side, they got this big old like canopy type deal. I mean, it's really weird the way it's shaped. You have to look it up.
Yeah, it's like a diamond or like
It's
a
like
teardrop.
a teardrop.
Yeah.
Well, the other side of that teardrop, there's like booths and everything. There's this whole YouTube concert venue on the other side.
Really?
Yeah, all under one roof.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's a humongous place.
Dude, I'm like, how you find somewhere in LA to build this? How much did you have to tear down to build this thing?
I don't know, man. I don't even know where it's at. I mean, I've been to Los Angeles
I don't know.
3 or 4 times. I'm not sure where it's at, but everywhere I went, there was like no room to put nothing. So I don't.
How much did you have to tear down to build this thing?
I don't know really, but yeah, that's a really cool place, and tickets were unbelievable. I mean,
It was stupid. And I saw somebody. Who was it that said that? I don't remember who it was now. It was some sports star. Oh, it was Ocho Cinco.
oh, okay,
He sent out a tweet with a picture of showing those prices.
Yeah.
Of the seats. Some of them was like, what, $30-some thousand, I think I saw
like
something.
40 or 38 or 39 grand for
Yeah.
like not. I mean, pretty close to the bottom,
But he was showing the whole stadium. He said, "How else can you run off?" Or basically, I don't have it right here in front of me, so I ain't gonna quit. But basically, he was saying you were just screwing the local fan.
Oh yeah,
because they are playing in. Somehow they are playing in a home team's
right
area, and but yet you just basically screwed the local fan, the average fan. I will say.
Oh,
I mean, obviously there's some of them out there that can pay that money, but I think like some of the cheapest seats I saw for it was
like
$1,500. I saw some way up there that was $1,500, but I mean it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
But nobody goes to a game by themselves. I mean, they'd have to have a few people go with them. So
yeah, I mean, you got a family of 4, but that's like retirement money there. But
yeah,
I don't know. But
that's one thing I can say about racing. That don't get me wrong, Daytona 500 tickets can get pricey.
Yeah, but I mean, nothing.
But I nowhere close to that.
No,
nowhere close.
No.
I don't care what race it is. I don't care how much they're paying. I don't care what they're doing, what championship they're going for. The average person can buy a ticket for it.
Yeah, no doubt.
You might not have the, absolute best seat, but you can buy a ticket for it.
Right. Exactly.
But still, I don't think I've ever seen tickets for a race even go over, I don't know, $200.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So.
And that's on the high end for me.
Oh yeah. Oh sure. we go to ARCA racing, truck racing.
Yeah.
We go to the cheap days, and then we'll watch Sunday. That's what we do.
Watching. Well, speaking of ARCA and truck and stuff like that, not actually speaking of either one of them, but our buddy Derek Griffith back on track down there in New Smyrna this week.
Yeah, I saw he had a third place finish, I think, first night.
Third place finish first night. They left, took the that pro car that they had to Citrus for $15,000 win. He took they put a crate motor in it. They blew the motor in it. I can't remember what night it was. Might have been Friday. And blew the motor in it. Pulled the motor out, put a crate motor in it. Was running, took it to Citrus, running against super late models. Finished 5th.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And then last night, I think he finished 3rd again in the.
Okay. Well, hey, he's still looking good far as point wise.
Oh yeah.
He'll be right up in there, and towards the latter part of the week, he always seems to step up.
Oh yeah, come this time Monday through.
Yeah.
The rest of the week, all of a sudden,
yeah,
he'll be there.
Oh, he will be.
But so that's cool to see. Spot on's back on with him for the
good looking car, good looking wrap for sure.
Good looking car.
Yep.
Good looking car. Stuart Friesen picked up a ride yesterday to go run a super late model, asphalt super late model, New Smyrna tonight, Monday night. So
sweet. Wonder how much asphalt stuff, as far as short track racing, he's done.
He said it's been like 3 years or so since he's been in a late model.
Okay.
So I don't really.
So he'll be running with Derek then.
Yeah, he'll be racing against Derek tonight. That will be on Flow Racing
tonight,
Monday night.
Yeah.
But the old New Smyrna deal will be out on Flow Racing all week. So y'all check that out.
Yeah, for sure. You can go back and watch them too, can't you?
Yeah. You can see all the replays from that. So
yeah,
y'all go check that out for sure. Got a big week of racing coming up down in Florida. Big week.
A lot going on in Volusia. A lot going on in Daytona. So New Smyrna. And it's so cool right there because, I mean, we did it last year, but it's so cool because within an hour you can beat all those tracks and see a whole lot of racing and from daytime to night. The only downfall with us was we wanted to be at Volusia and New Smyrna at the same time.
Yeah, we wanted to be all of them.
And we couldn't do that, so we had to pick and choose, but it worked out good for us to be able to hang out with Derek and his team there and all, and see him pick up a win down there, and then headed to Volusia. So definitely anybody that loves racing wants to get down there. You can see a little bit of everything before you head to the big track on the weekend, I guess. So definitely a lot to do down there, and it's perfect this time of year down there too, because it feels freaking great. So yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, 70s, maybe hit 88. You know,
yeah, it's perfect.
It's about right down there. But speaking of Stuart Friesen, I want to put this out there real quick. Big deal with Team SRI Motorsports. Guys, if you haven't gone and liked Team SRI Motorsports Facebook page, go do it now. Want to put this out here. Big deal going on with Stuart Friesen throughout the month of February. They're getting a push. They want to gain 3,000 followers on their Facebook page. And when this happens, Stuart Friesen's involved because Stuart Friesen is running the SRI, big SRI logo on his modified there down in Florida, down for Speed Weeks and all that stuff. He was at All Tech with it this past week, going into Volusia this week with it. But they are calling it the Push to Pocono. And what it is, guys, you go like Team SRI Motorsports, like their Facebook page. We link them in. We tag them in everything we do pretty much, and so go check it out. It's going to be a lot of giveaways, promos, limited edition, team-only apparel that they're going to be giving away, feature products, even a chance to win. It's going to be pretty cool. Hot passes to NASCAR Camping World Truck Series event in Pocono, obviously, and you get to spend a day with Stuart Friesen, and that's worth the price of admission right there.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Hanging out with him would be really cool. And if anybody hasn't had hot passes at a NASCAR event, it is definitely really cool to do. See all kind of stuff, and you can go anywhere you want to go.
It's really cool. It's really cool. We've had fun doing it a couple times. I might try to get up there to Pocono this year with them and hang out. Who knows?
Yeah, yes, sir.
That might be fun.
Yes, sir. It sure would be.
Might be fun. But our friend Randy Keene and our friends all up at SRI are all putting us on, helping out big time. Like I said, hot passes are a thing. You can't buy them.
No, you can't. You can't get them. You pretty much got to know somebody.
Yeah,
honestly. But
and who better to know than Team SRI Motorsports?
Absolutely.
And Stuart Friesen. So y'all be checking him out all week long at Volusia, and you'll see him Friday in the Truck Series at Daytona.
Yep, absolutely. So be rooting him on.
So be rooting Stuart on. Oh, Stewie. And that's a good deal. That's a real good deal.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's good for SRI, good for Stuart Friesen, and he's a good person to have on the Team SRI Motorsports bandwagon there.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool.
Sure is.
But we had some action this past week. I guess we'll go ahead with it real quick at East Bay Raceway.
A lot going on. Brandon Shepherd Motorsports Park.
Well, it almost was.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
It almost was. He tied the record 3 in a row. Thought he was going to get 4.
Yeah.
It almost made it not fun to watch to some extent. The race was not for the lead most of the week.
Not at all.
But
not at all.
So B-Ship went down there, but then last night he did not. He collected the wall. That was a tough race that last night. It started raining in the middle of the race, and they just kept racing. And they threw a caution, let it calm down a little bit, but that track, you know how we always say it changes anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it changed big time.
Yep.
Big time. And it was slick.
Yeah.
And Brandon Shepherd got up there in the wall a little bit and wasn't so good after that. But then it became a really cool race for the lead. I mean, you had obviously Devon Morgan, he ended up winning. But there was Mark Whitener was up there. Who else? There was, I'm trying to remember. Kyle Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Bronson was up there. He was making the high side work for a long time.
That boy loves the high side.
Dude, he makes it work. He makes it work.
He definitely does.
And a bunch of them guys were up there, but they were fighting for the lead back and forth. And even Scott Bloomquist was in the tower up there hanging out Saturday night and telling them, he's like, he said, this is one of the most fun races to run, to watch, whatever. He said, but I don't know if you want to be the guy that dominated here.
Right.
Just because it's so
different.
It's so different everywhere else.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. But Devon's been definitely showing off start of the year for sure.
He looked good. Looked good at he one I think or two.
I can't remember.
At Golden Isle or whatever. He was on podium like every night, Golden Isle.
Right.
And then went down there, ran good too. So he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. I think he's running the whole Lucas tour, isn't he?
I don't know.
I don't either. I have to look it up.
I can't keep up with who's running.
Dude, it's so changed now with the XR stuff coming out. And Scott said they're focusing on anything paying over $20,000 to win.
Wow,
that's what Scott said he is focusing on this year.
Hey, I don't blame him. I mean, that's,
I don't either.
Why wouldn't you do that?
There's so many races paying over $20,000 a year this year that I don't blame him. That's what I'd focus on too.
Exactly.
Because I mean that's one of them deals you go and finish fourth and make just as much as you would have
at a regular
won somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. So like you said, a lot of racing. East Bay was a lot of nights. And Volusia will be what?
Starts tonight.
Oh, that's right.
It starts tonight, Monday night.
Wow. That's all week.
All week long.
Yep.
I know tonight's just a practice night for the big blocks. That's why Stewart
is able to go
run that. He said he was going to skip out on practice night. They tore the car enough at All-Tech. So he figured I'm going to go run the asphalt a little bit and then come back and play back in the dirt some more. So
yeah, that's awesome, man.
That's cool there.
Well, like you said, everybody listening, go check out Flow Racing. There's all kind of stuff on there.
Yeah, for sure.
And Dirt Vision, I believe.
Dirt Vision will be the home for Volusia this week.
Yep. So you got plenty to watch, plenty to check out for sure. So
and then come into the week, Fox for your NASCAR stuff.
Yeah. And we said it last week. I can't really remember now what all it is, but I think Wednesday night maybe.
Wednesday's qualifying. Yep.
Wednesday night is qualifying, I think.
And Thursday is the duels.
Yeah, Thursday night be the duels.
Yep.
So it's be ramping up, man. We'll see.
Friday truck racing, Saturday Xfinity and ARCA, I think.
Yep.
And then Sunday be Daytona 500.
Back in full swing.
Back at it.
Yep.
I guess we can officially say we started our third season of this.
Yeah. This is definitely this is it right here. This is when
it's I was looking back at the dates when we started and we had recorded one right before we went to Volusia.
Yeah.
So
it was 3 years ago. It's hard to believe. Time flies, man. Sure does. But so anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what these cars do. I don't know about a next gen car in Daytona. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to put off. We don't nobody know, I guess. I mean, I know they've done some testing and all, but the testing I saw at Daytona was, like 3 cars, pretty much just teammates. But I don't know. I don't know what, but how equal will it be as far as like we saw at the Coliseum? The lower budget, if you will, teams.
I think it's going to tell a little bit on the big tracks.
I think it would too. But, I mean.
Because I've already heard, they were already talking about guys massaging in certain areas. That,
oh, yeah.
They're
already
experienced.
They're already running around the rule book a little bit.
Well, they know. They've spent so much time in wind tunnels and everything else. They know where the cars need downforce.
Right.
What makes a little bit more downforce,
Well, from what I saw in practice at Daytona, man, them things are back dog walking like
I don't like
crazy.
that.
I can't stand it. It don't look right at all. to me. But they're trying to get the air off that right side, I guess.
Well, when they spin one out going down the straightaway and it goes head first into the wall a couple times, all right, y'all got to quit that.
Yeah, y'all got to stop doing that.
But we'll get into that here in just a few minutes. But first, we got a interview brought to you by MPM. On the phone, ladies and gentlemen, one of our South Carolina own, actually, Mr. Devon Morgan. Devon, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, just chilling around at the house.
Chilling out, eh? I hear you, man. So what's been up with you? You had a good winter? You been working on the car?
Yeah, we worked on some and had it taken up the Lee Cooper at Excel Racing Solutions and had a new body put on it. And now it's currently at Concept Graphics getting wrapped. And in the meantime, just been running go-karts and going and watching some racing.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I see you went down to y'all went what'd y'all do? Y'all went racing and then you decided to just stay on over at Daytona and run some stuff at Daytona for people and jump back into go-karts?
Well, we go down every year for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then my buddies came down and because they run a go-kart race at the Daytona flat track like directly after Christmas for the most part. So when mom and dad head back home, my buddies picked me up, and so I stayed down there with them and raced, and we had a good time. Should have had some better runs, but unfortunately got crashed. But that's racing.
Yeah, your mom and dad came back home, and I actually was able to. I talked with them. Or no, that might have been after that. That was in January, I think. But anyway, I talked with them up at the Cars Racing Show, and had a good time with them up there. So that was pretty cool. But man, I'm glad to get you back on here. Like I said, we did a live with you while you were at PRI, but glad to finally get you on here and sit down and talk a little bit more about your racing career, man.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. PRI was hectic for sure. It was a little bit hard to hear in there. So, now we got some peace and quiet. We can actually, get to talk about my racing and, get more in depth.
Yeah, man. Well, cool. All right. Well, to get into it, I want to go back, for fans out there just listening that don't know where you started, man. Where did you start? What did you start racing to begin with? How and when did you start?
Well, I started back in 2009, and I started racing go-karts. Technically, 2009 I started racing four-wheelers, four-wheelers, my bad. And I did about 3 races of those and went to watch a go-kart race and decided that was the direction I wanted to go.
Cool, man. What kind of when you got on go-karts there, and I know you moved up through it, but where were y'all racing at?
We mainly stuck around the house at Foothills, which is right over here by us in Vegasville. The first couple of races were there, and then we went over to Cross Anchor Speedway and Sugar Tip as well.
Oh yeah, cool. That's good stuff. All right, well, going from there, how long did you race go-karts? Well, I know you still are technically, but as far as that being your primary racing, how long did you race?
From 2009 to 2017, we ran go-karts full time and chased points and money along the way.
There you go, man. Well, what chassis were you running, man?
Ultramax racing chassis, all the way, 100% Lowell.
Oh, he's one of them. I was a Phantom guy. My bad.
Nah, everyone tried to say, "Oh, you get on Phantom, you be better." And, we outran them every weekend, so we didn't see no need to change.
There you go. Sterling was a diehard Shadow man back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, man, sure was.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's fun. And it's funny that you talked about going over to Daytona at the flat track. Man, I remember we used to go to Daytona, but we went down the road to Municipal Stadium, and that's where we raced down there. And it was some crazy racing around the football field. It reminded me of the race this past week week 4 at the Coliseum around the football field. That's how we raced go-karts out there at Municipal Stadium. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, man, moving on from there. All right. So you got out of go karts in full time in 17. Where'd you go from there?
From there, we went to asphalt late models, limited late model racing at Greenville Pickens Speedway, and we ran the full 18 season there, running from points. And then during the 18 season, I started running some pure stock dirt cars, and we eventually got our own Crit Sportsman Camaro dirt car for ourselves and started running it towards the end of 18 as well.
Cool. So obviously, since you're saying that there, what drew you to dirt from the asphalt?
Well, that was the original plan to begin with, and then I kind of just um through a series of events went the asphalt route. And a good friend of mine, Barry Thorne, asked if I wanted to drive his pure stock car one night, and um so I did it. Man, I was super nervous. Really, anytime I go to a new racetrack or anything, I get super nervous. But I jumped in and we ran good out the gate. And he asked if I wanted to drive it again the next week, and I did, and just continued to run. And I really fell in love with it. Since it was a whole lot more driver, there's a lot more driver in the dirt side than there is the asphalt. So I wanted to go that route.
Cool, man. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. That's a good way to go. So going from there, what was next?
From there, the 2019 season, we sold. We ended up selling the asphalt late model. I ran 4 asphalt races to start off the year. One in someone else's car for the winter meltdown. 3 in my own car to get it to sell, and then once it sold, we bought a new Crit Sportsman Monte Carlo. And we ran it all in 19 and had a lot of success and, had some very good runs. And then going into 2020, we ended up selling that and getting the late model that we have now. And, that brings us to current day.
There you go. Well, I hear that now in the dirt late model since 2020. So man, how's it going? Your assessment since you've got in a dirt late model, what is your self assessment of how your time has been in it?
I think I've done relatively well. For just especially 2020 was really, really good. Winning 6 races right out the gate, and we only started off in May, and so I think I jumped on long, got pretty good in it pretty fast. And then that sounds a little cocky and I hate it, but self-assessment, I guess that'd be the truth. And then 2021 we had a bad year, just car wise and whatnot. And towards the end of the year we got it back going after having the car back at Longhorn. So overall I think team wise, I think we've all done really well with the late model, and adapted to it really quick.
Good. I was kind of hoping you'd say that, because I was gonna say from my assessment of watching your stuff, man, that it looked pretty good, being able to jump out of the gate and get those wins in the car. Just like I tell everybody, you can have a rough year, but you don't forget how to drive. So that's when you know something's wrong. And like you said, I know y'all took the car back up to Longhorn and found some stuff. So I think 2022 is going to be a year. What you think, man?
I definitely hope so. We wanted to run some more races last year, but after taking car up to Longhorn and all of that, it just wasn't a very smart decision for us to continue racing and taking a chance on tearing it up. So we ended the year on a win, put the car away, and just trying to start good off in 2022 and carry the momentum all the way through the year.
There you go. Well, you got the car, like you said, got a new body put on it, getting some new lettering and all that fun stuff. Or have you let the cat out of the bag yet? What colors you going with?
I've told very, very few people.
I hear you.
It's going to be different from the past 13 years of racing. So, I'm excited for it. I want to keep it as much as a secret as possible.
There you go. I know me and you talked, and then me and your dad talked, and said it was going to be different for y'all. So I like it. I like different. And I know y'all put up, or your dad at least, I think, put up a little thing showing the number style and asking everybody which one they liked. I think there was a good vote for the ones that were on the go-kart.
Yeah, and there was a good bit of votes for that. We ended up going with the top right because that was the one that I wanted personally.
There you go. Hey.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was saying that's all that matters. What you want on it.
Yeah, but I didn't like last year's number, so we went back to the 2020 number, and I think that's what we're going to stay with for a good while.
Well, speaking of the design on the car, man, and not obviously getting in specifics of it, but obviously everybody knows your dad is a awesome helmet painter. Is that something y'all also do? Is design your car at least?
He has a good part of it. I don't really have that creative eye, but I do know what I like and what I don't. So I just have Dad work with him, and whenever he gets something that he likes, send it to me, and I'll say what I don't like about it, and they'll go back to work on it.
Hey, that's how you do it right there, man. Well, cool, man. Well, I want to first of all, I want to thank Tanya over at MPM hooking us up and getting us on the phone today. But tell us a little bit about your affiliation there with MPM.
Tanya's done wonders for me. I can't thank her enough. She really, really took me to another level that, without her, I wouldn't have been able to get to. So, I can't thank her enough for everything that she's done for me. And, she helps out so much, sponsors and, getting me in connections. Really, the biggest thing I'd say is just connections. It's still in racing's all about who you know. So, with her getting me indoors and getting to know people that, I wouldn't be able to by myself, that's huge.
There you go. And that's why so me and Sterling been trying to tell everybody is if you want to up your game and if you want to advance your career, definitely got to get with someone who's great at marketing you. So definitely check out Tanya over at MPM. You'll be very happy that you did also. But speaking of, the connections there, you are now a Team SRI Motorsports guy. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I'm super excited for that. I talked to Randy for a good day at PRI, and I'm really looking forward to the future.
Yeah, man. They we've been hooked up with SRI for a good while here, and great people, great to work with, and they have a lot of great products that you can make fast on that car, man.
Yeah, and I think we're definitely maybe not with the current car, but many don't know, but I'm putting together another car as well, another Longhorn, and I think I'm definitely gonna have a lot of stuff I'm gonna need for that thing, and so just get it all together and we'll get to work.
There you go. That's all that matters, man. All right, well, going into 2022 here, you were talking about, we're talking about how you're looking forward to it and everything. What's the plan for 2022? What kind of races you gonna run?
Really, it's just up in the air. I definitely don't want to follow any points or any series like that. I don't want to points race at all or anytime soon. So I think we're just pick and choose our races, try to travel around, hit some new tracks, run some races, broadcasted. That always helps get the name out there. I think that's the biggest thing. Is just move around and pick and choose our races, and that's going to be the goal.
Cool, man. Well, and that's y'all running crate, right?
Yes, sir.
I thought so. Okay, cool. Running crate stuff. So being that you're gonna be running crate now, is it a goal of yours to maybe make it up to running supers?
Oh yeah, that's absolutely a goal at the end of the day. And you just got to find that right person that can, help out and make that possible. And you gotta show that you're capable of doing it as well. So you know, even though it's great, you gotta go out there and you gotta win races and put yourself on the map.
That's right, man. Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. Um, Going a bunch of these tracks, just have just as you have. Um, don't get me wrong, Supers put on an awesome race. Everything else puts on an awesome race. But crate racing to me can be some of the closest racing, just because everybody's so close motor wise, and eventually there's only so much you can do handling wise. It comes down to a driver, man, and you got to get up on the wheel. And I know you can do it, buddy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I agree. The crate racing, from everyone that I've talked to, they say crate racing is probably one of the hardest because everyone's so close. And not only that, but you don't have the power that a super has to make the car do certain things that you want. So it's a lot closer racing. It's a lot harder to pass. So you really got to get, elbows up and up on the wheel and, make stuff happen.
That's right. What tracks you think? I know you say you're gonna be trying to get most of it, but what tracks you think you're gonna be hitting? I know you. But what's gonna be your local tracks you're gonna be hitting the most? Probably, I'll ask.
Local wise, probably be Livonia. Probably at Hartwell a couple times. Toccoa. Go up the road or go up North Carolina to Harris. I think our first race of the year is probably gonna be at Cherokee. And maybe Travelers Rest Speedway, which is really close to our house. I think if they have any 602 races this year, probably try to hit at least one of them, and that would really be the ones close to us.
Cool, man. Well, good deal. Well, man, I can't wait to see you on the track. Who all you got on that car helping you out this year?
I got a lot of people that I can't think enough. For one, Tanya, NPM Marketing. Team SRI, Wiley X Glasses, Masters Performance Suspension, ML Performance. ML does me very, very good shock-wise. And, I can't thank him enough. FK Rod-Ins, Meredith Battery, Excel Racing Solutions, Concept Graphics, Armor, Metals.com, Rack 4x4, Jiffy Lube does a lot for me. Stevens Towing, BKP Art, my dad. And then you got Autobank, RV Sales, and Morgan Motor Company.
There you go. He's got them down.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Knowing them sponsors. That's a good deal, man. Well, cool, buddy. Well, man, we sure appreciate you coming on here, hanging out with us today. And but best of luck this year, buddy. And I know I'll be seeing you at the track soon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I'll see you around.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Devon Morgan. He's had a racing career to be, 20 years old.
20 years old. He's done a lot in a hurry, for sure. And like most people around here do, starting go-karts and on dirt, working your way up and staying in dirt and asphalt. A dirt late model is place to be for sure. So,
and I'll tell you somewhere else he races at. We didn't talk about it on here, but if you ever want to catch Devon and want to race with him, get on iRacing. He'll outrun you, I promise. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, you might want to watch him. I don't know if you want to race with him.
Well, you'll see him as he laps you a few times.
Yeah,
that's what he does to me anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So that's cool. That's cool. And like you said, SRI Performance there, Team SRI Motorsports.
Absolutely, they pair with the best, man. They do, and they got the best, and that's just what they do.
That's what they do.
Just what they do.
That's what they do.
It is,
they do what they do, and they do good.
They do very good at that. So yeah, absolutely.
Y'all head over to sriperformance.com and get all the racing products you need for your ride up this year. As always, I mean they got everything as they always say. They're your one-stop shop for all things racing. That is, there's a reason behind that. Is because
it's literally the case.
Literally everything.
If you're ever in the Mooresville area, go check them out. You will see firsthand that they've got everything.
It's one of them things that even if you don't need anything, or don't think you need something. Go in there anyway. One, you're going to find something you needed.
Oh, yeah, you will.
And you didn't realize you needed it.
For sure.
But just seeing the sheer amount, ask them to see their used parts.
Yeah.
The new parts, cool, great, good. I mean, they got top of the line, best of the best, everything. But seeing these used parts that come off, especially now, I imagine off of the old Cup car stuff that they got in there now is insane.
Yep.
And there's a lot of these guys can adapt that stuff, especially brake ducts and
Oh, yeah. There's so much.
Brake packages they can make work on there. So
unreal, the stuff they've got in there. Yeah, definitely go check it out. And they're not telling who you'll see in there either.
No, there's always somebody in there. So y'all go check out sriperformance.com. When you get your card all filled up there, go to promo code area, put in promo code CBONE10. That's C as in
chicken.
BONE10. Get yourself 10% off there at time of checkout. Also, while you're there, head over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. I saw they had a big old stack of all the colors of aluminum in there the other day. People are already picking it up, though. I mean, it's just...
It ain't going to stay there long.
No.
Go get it.
Fast as it comes in, fast as it leaves out.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
absolutely. Got good deals right now, too, man. I saw some round bar on there. It was a pretty good deal on that. So, they got all kind of good deals there. Just go check them out and, tell them what you'll need.
Tell them what you need. They got it. I promise. If you need any material at all, they got it. They got it.
Fab guys, welding supplies, welding gas, hook you up. They'll bring it to you. They'll keep you stocked monthly. Don't worry about it. Just give them a call.
For sure. Head on over. Tell them we sent you. But also, tell Earl Ramey we sent you over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines because they're pretty much right beside them over there.
Yeah, right down the road there for sure. You can spend a day up in Mooresville, and you can just go to those 3 places, and you'll be fine.
Well, we're going to add in another one here in just a minute, but
yeah. I don't know if you can do that in one day, though. You might have to do a 2-day show for that.
You might. So yeah, go over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Man, I seen where they was burning we talked about it last week, burning the midnight oil, putting on there, look, call somebody else in the shop. Don't call Earl because he was working on motors himself.
Yep.
And we talked about it last week. They got a pile of them out. He showed his showroom full of motors sitting there.
Full of motors ready to go.
They obviously got some parts in that they've been waiting on.
Yep.
And everything's looking good to start the first of 2022 here, and a lot of these racetracks starting up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of guys getting their stuff ready. But y'all head over there, talk to Earl or talk to somebody over there. Anyway, Earl might be busy.
Find somebody.
But they get you lined up in line anyway to get a motor, so and you'll want it. But when you get it, make sure you get some time on that chassis dyno that we talk about every week.
Yep, absolutely.
You definitely need time on it. See where your car can make the best horsepower. You're gonna need it. Changing fans, changing pulleys, changing oils, even.
Oh, there's so many things.
Carburetors.
So many things that he knows that can help with horsepower. And kind of like Devin said earlier, the crate class or the limited late model class, you need everything you can get because it's so close.
Yeah.
And he, Earl definitely knows where to get that, where to find that. So definitely go check him out, man. Get on the list, get on the waiting list, get on whatever list you got to get on.
And it ain't, I know we talk a lot about with Earl with crate motors because that's been a good source for him. He's got a ton of crate motors out there, but it's not just crate motors, guys. He's got everything: limited motors, modified motors, super late model motors, anything
you can imagine. He's got it. So yeah, definitely go check him out.
Check him out, and one of them things you can add on to your car to make faster, and you can go around the corner and see them too. It's some Profab headers.
Absolutely. And
Earl's probably got them in a shop.
I was about to say, Earl's probably a dealer of them because
he is. He is.
He puts them on about every motor he's got. So that goes to show you something else too there. And second to none for sure. The quality of work, the fab work that they put into those headers are unbelievable. I mean, it looks really good. Everything, man, you can't beat them.
They've been shining them up here lately with some Maxima SC1, and sure makes them shine. That's some awesome polish.
Yes, sir.
So we're old Gene over there at Maxima. I like him. He's a good guy. So we'll just throw that in there too. But yeah, go talk to Andrew over there at Profab Headers and get yourself hooked up on probably on the list there too, because they go as they're like hotcakes. I mean, it's just,
they're constant, man, constant.
It's just line them up, sell them, line them up, sell them, send them out. So go get you some Profab headers because it is quality that wins.
That's it.
Well, they're going to be on some of these Cup cars down here in Daytona. And I know we talked about it just a little bit from testing. Talked about they were dog walking down there. So I hope that gets changed up. But we're going to find out here on, I think, is there a practice on Tuesday?
I think there's a practice Tuesday, like late night.
Yeah, so we'll be able to get to watch that if you're listening to this Tuesday. Turn it on one of them Fox channels.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going to be. Who knows? But definitely check it out and see what it look like. See how they're performing. I don't know. Like I said, we was talking about earlier. I don't know what to expect yet. And I don't really think, honestly, the Coliseum was very a good test for the car.
No,
I mean, it really. I mean, it don't really matter what you put on that track, but. And honestly, I don't really think that Daytona's really going to be a good test for that track. I like that. I mean, for that car,
it's going to show what it does on a super speedway, but that's all it's going to show.
Yeah, I mean,
what it's going to do at Daytona and Talladega.
The one thing I think I can take from this car that may end up playing a difference at Daytona would be the steering. It's so sensitive, so quick.
It's quick, but it's limited.
It is, but I don't know. I mean, you're running 3 wide there or whatever, bouncing around. That might get a little. I don't know. It'll definitely get them on the edge of the seat a little bit more. Maybe. I hope it should. They should be on the edge of their seat. So.
What I will say is if you look at testing speeds now, whether they change coming into this race, it could be completely different. I heard testing speeds were way down from years past. So you may be looking at almost the same speeds, if not.
Xfinity car, yeah.
Well, not as that, as like at Atlanta or maybe even Las Vegas or something like that.
Yeah.
So it could transfer a little bit, I guess.
It could. And we've said it for 3 years now, almost. Slowing them down, I think, makes for better racing. I mean, I don't think running so quick. I mean,
well, you create separation running faster.
You do.
You keep them in a pack if you run slower.
Right.
But you take wake out of the air if you run slower to be able to pass on a tighter track.
Right.
So it don't take as much aero dependency. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. I don't know, man. I'm not down on it yet for sure. And
well, I will say this: regardless of what it is, people down it and whatever else. I'm a race fan through and through. I mean, I don't, as y'all know, I go to a lot of dirt racing, but I just go racing a lot. I watch racing. I don't care what it is it's on. I'm gonna watch racing. I'm glad they did something because the old car wasn't working. So I'm glad they did something.
Yeah. It was so air dependent, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you back up. That's my problem with technology.
You can't unengineer.
You can't. So how do you get aero away? That's what kind of worries me about it. So
as they say, you can't put the
it may
genie back in the bottle.
It may I don't know. I don't know how they designed and engineered this thing to be better and better racing. I don't know that. It's they. I guess you should say, if you find something that works good, leave it alone. And that may have been years and years ago before the COT car and all that stuff, when it was driving off the right rear and when Jimmy Johnson was winning everything, and but to me that was better racing back then.
Right.
It was more driven like a late model, I guess, if you will. But just gotten away from that, and
Well, yeah, but like you said, find something good, leave it alone. Well, that's the problem is they're never going to leave it
They're
alone.
never going to leave it alone. And so that's what worries me, because ever since then, with the COT car and on from there, it's gotten so much more air dependent. So that's why I'm thinking there's no way that this car is not going to be. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I hope I am. We'll see.
We'll see coming up here real shortly.
Because
probably,
I mean, you know,
tomorrow night.
yeah, I mean, because, you know, it's just even like mile and a half stuff. I mean, we've heard Kyle Busch say it, and there's so many more that there's nothing I can do. There's nothing you can do, and that's got to be so frustrating when you get a couple car lengths behind a car and you cannot do anything. I mean, you just push, you just arrow push, you just can't. And I don't know how to get away from that. I don't know how they can, but maybe they figured it out. They're a lot smarter than I am, for sure.
Well, I know that's what they were trying to do with the louvers in the hood, was trying to dissipate air
Right.
from packing under the car and kind of, dissipate it, I guess, over the car. But the problem is then hot air just blowing right back in the cockpit.
Yeah, for sure. That became an issue.
Yeah, quick.
Yeah.
And it might not be right now, but wait till about May.
Yeah.
And
sure.
they go
wait till the September 1st race or whatever in Darlington. Yeah, they'll be changing something. But anyway, I don't know, man. It's we'll see what happens. I'm definitely hoping that it puts on some good stuff, and there's a lot of moving around, a lot of like Matt DiBenedetto, he's going to ride a full-time truck ride this year, so that would be cool for him. Hopefully he can perform well, and I know Noah Gragson's running some Cup stuff this year. It'll be kind of interesting to see what he does, and he's gonna be running full-time and Junior's car, of course, and be cool to see Josh Berry running a full-time ride this year too. So in Xfinity, so I'll be rooting for him pretty hard.
Yeah, now that he can focus, I like Josh. So now that he can kind of focus on that car more.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we saw how well he performed last year, and very limited, and even like talking with Derek, how limited he was to be able to get in a ARCA car or a truck or whatever. It's so hard to be comfortable and focus on, because you don't
thrown
have it
to the wolves.
I mean, you just in there and like see what happens. And for Josh, actually Josh was in top tier equipment, of course, but
but you got to get comfortable in it.
You definitely do. And I mean, he's been running short tracks for years, and he go run a mile and a half and do wonderful. I mean, it's just it's pretty cool to see. So him having a full-time ride this year, knowing that he's in there all year and can be comfortable and focus on that, I think you're going to see a lot out of him. I really, really do. And we've thought, and we both have talked about it, but Josh's talent level is he's really, really good in short tracks, and he's shown last year that he can do whatever he's got to do and run well in the bigger tracks too. So it's kind of like Ty Majeski, man. I mean, like, I don't
see Ty got a full-time truck ride.
Right. Yeah. That is awesome. So I like seeing these guys come up short track ranks, whatever, and getting a good, because, and we've said it before too, it's just a lot of these guys have to come from money and all this and bring a huge sponsor, and Josh didn't.
No.
I mean, Ty didn't. I mean, yeah, he had some sponsors backing him and stuff, but the talent's there. We've seen that.
Well, and I'm wondering if that's what that new car is going to do.
I think it will.
If it's going to force them, instead of trying to, put just money on the car, because money gets you somewhere, but if it ain't up front, eventually the money's gonna be gone. So
right. The sponsors won't be there.
So that talent's gonna have to be there, and I ain't trying to talk junk about it because it's just not, apparently wasn't his forte. But what sponsor would love to see their car doing, say, like Martin Truex Jr. did at the LA Coliseum every week?
Right. It won't be there.
No, I mean, I don't care. I know he's good with Johnny Morris, but
you can't do it.
You can't do that. Not every week.
Well, I mean, even Joe Gibbs wouldn't allow that. He'd be gone. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I really hope it's going to level the playing field and show talent, because there's so many good guys out there and people that's never going to make it to the Cup level. But, like Derek Griffith, for instance, I mean, his talent levels, it's
through the roof.
insane. We've seen him. We've seen how well he performs. Given the chance, enough chances, and some comfort to know that he can go and just focus and race, not worry about focusing on, I got to have this sponsor for this race and, what's going to happen next time? Or,
Exactly.
Given that time and effort, I really wish that it was driven off of talent, not off of money. And, I guess that's kind of the difference in football and baseball or whatever.
Oh, that's definitely the difference.
I mean, this is 100% talent driven from what I know. Now I know they're paying players now in college or whatever, but anyway, it's just,
yeah, but still they got to have talent.
You got to have talent. I mean, you got to have
paid.
You might have to have some expensive shoes or whatever, but you got to have talent.
Yeah.
And no matter how much talent you have, coming up through the ranks in go-karts or in late models or whatever, you don't get noticed the same.
I wish, and I'll say this, there's probably a lot of people who won't like this way of thinking, but I don't know if a lot of people over here in America have looked into, say, like F1, the level, the ranks that you have to go through
Right.
to get to F1. You got to go, and I don't know what the exact schools are, but say like Skip Barber Racing School, stuff
Right.
like that. You have to go through there, and if you are good enough, you get chosen to be a driver for them.
Right.
And then you get chosen for the next level. You get chosen for it is all based off of talent.
Exactly. And that's where they get the best talent from. I mean, that's
Exactly. So
and
I think there's some great talent in NASCAR. I do. I will say I think Kyle Larson is one of the best to ever hold a steering wheel.
oh, absolutely. But I mean, we even heard his story.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him because he didn't have money. He didn't have sponsorship to pull.
Yeah.
There were some teams that said, okay, you got to have X amount of sponsorship dollars to even come run a race.
Yep.
And that's why I kind of tip my hat to Chip Ganassi because he took a chance on him.
Yeah.
And he saw the talent in him. He wanted to give him a chance, and that was kind of the difference, I guess.
And if you look at it, especially with the situation that went around it, he didn't have any money going to Hendrick.
No, he didn't.
Still don't have other than HendrickCars.com, that is his sponsor.
That is. And, I guess probably more so, Rick took a bigger chance than anybody because of him coming out of the situation he was in. But, his talent was already proven, I think, by that point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I remember when he was driving that 32 car in Xfinity Series.
Flipping in Daytona and tearing the motor out at night.
Bench or whoever it was.
I don't remember who
I
it
can't
was.
remember who he was driving for. But anyway, nonetheless, I mean, dude, even back then, he was a talent. And, so I think that's got to happen more. Put more talent. And like you said, going back, I guess where we kind of got off subject a little bit, but I think this car will prove that more.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I personally just wish there was a set ranking to come up through, and it didn't depend on money myself. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There'd be a set series that you have to go through to make it to
Right.
next series and
Well,
the next series.
Had that be the case, Derek would be in a cup car probably
Exactly.
by now.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's what.
and I mean, and he's even told us off air and on air, he's how hard it is to find sponsorship and
It's a full-time job.
pretty
Just
much
sitting on the
beg for it.
job. I mean, sitting on the phone and
yeah. I mean, you're pretty much begging people to take a chance on you, but you cannot do it without it. I mean, you got to pay $150,000 to run one race in Kyle Busch's truck.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's so much involved.
Car owner don't lose, do they?
I obviously don't, but it's just I don't know, man. It's hopefully it's gonna prove to be a lot more affordable of a car, a lot better racing of a car, and a lot more level playing field for these super teams, if you will. I love Rick Hendrick. I think he's an awesome dude, and they got a wonderful team. But that's a super team.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Gibbs. I'd like to see some of that be more level playing field for the lower budget guys that are trying to.
I'd love to see B.J. McLeod running top tens.
Absolutely, man. That'd be.
I mean, so many people. I mean, and in that same argument, and I ain't trying to wish bad on nobody, but I'd also love to see. I ain't even gonna call a name, but I'd love to see some of the top guys struggling mid pack because they're getting outdrove, and it just shows that they had more money.
Exactly. I sure hope that's to be the case with this car. So, and I hope it's not just on short tracks. I hope it's more, all around. And so we'll see what happens. But anyway.
Faux show. Well, it's all coming up this week, guys. I know we've had some dirt racing and stuff, but this seems like every year our official kickoff to the year, to the racing season.
Yeah, I think the Daytona 500 kind of starts everything, in my opinion.
It does. Always has for years.
It has for us anyway, so we really don't care about what starts y'all's. It's what starts ours. So.
I mean, we like any racing. We're going to watch it. I'm going to watch All Tech. I'm going to watch East Bay. I'm going to watch all that.
But
I
it's
love
just
it.
like the off season kind of stops
this
weekend.
Right.
Always. For us anyway.
Right.
But everything's ramping up, man. Dirt, asphalt, everything. So like we said before, check it all out on Flow Racing, Fox, Dirt Vision. Yeah. You got stuff to watch everywhere this week for sure. So we'll be ready, man.
For sure. Like I said, go check out Volusia for sure. Check out our buddy Stuart Friesen with Team SRI Motorsports. Go like their Facebook page for a chance to win some big prizes. They're really cool. So y'all check that out. Cheer on Stuart Friesen this week at Volusia. Like I said, cheer on our buddy Derek Griffith down at New Smyrna this week. Everybody else, let's see. We got we got the Kyle Stricklers at just for instance at Volusia running super late model. Another Team SRI guy. Go cheer him on. Then I guess we'll have to go with Larson because he's kind of
he's SRI
quasi Team SRI guy too.
He sure is. Definitely sure is. So we always be rooting him on for sure. But
with our buddy Tyler Munn up on the roof.
Yep, absolutely. Be ready to get going. Try to two-peat, I guess, their championship season.
Yeah, see if he can bring him home a Daytona 500.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe somebody other than Denny Hamlin to be running up at the front of this one at the end.
I sure hope so.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Denny Hamlin or Joe Logano. It's always them two for some reason.
Here lately it has been. They have figured out the super speedways for sure.
Well, he's got Joe Logano's got somebody good in his ear.
He does.
on a
he did.
Straight to play. Oh, he's gone now?
Yeah, he's going to Brad Keselowski.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He left at there was a few races left at the end of the year last year, and they switched out. And so
wow, did not know that.
Yeah, he went with Brad now.
Okay, well, hey,
followed Brad over to what is it now? RFK.
Roush Fenway Keselowski Motorsports. Yes.
So get in somebody else here in a few years and add that name on.
They just keep adding, Bo.
Everybody gonna have $25 worth of stock.
Hey, Bo, I
say my part.
I got my 16th ownership here. I'm good. I'm ready.
Exactly. I imagine that third ownership there is pretty good.
It ain't cheap, that's for sure.
Nah. So
anyway,
guys, as always, we want to thank Earl Ramey Racing Engines, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Profab Headers. Also want to thank Tanya over at MPM setting us up today with Devon Morgan on here hanging out with us. We sure appreciate that. Y'all go check out Tanya for your help with all your marketing needs in the racing industry, career advancement, graphic design, social media post, everything you will need on the marketing side. Y'all go check her out for sure. Also, Forward Bite Apparel. Y'all go check out the Forward Bite guys. Coltrane getting in the 305 Race Saver Sprint this year. Check him out. Gonna be fun to watch. Also, guys, head over to Checkered. They are your race hub all social media, for social media, racing social media. So y'all go check them out. And but anyway, guys, y'all go enjoy Daytona 500. Go enjoy all the action at Volusia and at New Smyrna and wherever else. There's a bunch of stuff coming up. I have some big news coming up about us, and there's on Facebook, but having some big news coming up about Livonia. I'll be over there here in March, so I'll be talking about it coming up soon. But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all, and we'll be seeing you
Later.